10 Secret INFJ Rules every INFJ personality follows without realizing. These rules often influence INFJ's decisions, behaviors, and relationships, even though INFJs might not realize they're following them. So, if you're an INFJ or know someone who is, stick around to uncover the 10 unwritten rules that INFJs live by, without even knowing it. Rule number 1: INFJs can't fake it. They live by the truth, even if it's uncomfortable. INFJs are driven by a need to be authentic. They despise superficiality and tend to shy away from people or situations that don't align with their values. INFJs prioritize genuine connections over shallow interactions and are often on a quest to find their true self. They are constantly seeking alignment between their inner world and the external one. If you're an INFJ, you might find yourself rejecting relationships or jobs that don't resonate deeply with who you are. Rule number 2: an INFJ's heart is always tuned to someone else's pain. INFJs are natural empaths. They often prioritize the needs of others before their own, even at the risk of neglecting themselves. While this makes them incredibly caring friends and partners, it also means they can easily burn out. INFJs live by the rule of empathy, making sure those around them feel supported, sometimes to their own detriment. This tendency to be a caregiver can leave them feeling drained, but it's a rule they follow unconsciously. Rule number 3: INFJs would rather keep quiet than risk upsetting the peace. Conflict is an INFJ's kryptonite. They prefer harmony and will go to great lengths to avoid arguments or confrontations, even if it means bottling up their own feelings. They want everyone to get along and often play the role of mediator. This doesn't mean they don't have strong opinions, they do. But they would rather avoid tension and stress in order to maintain balance in their environment. Rule number 4: small talk is a big waste of time for an INFJ. Whether it's a conversation, a relationship, or even a hobby, INFJs crave depth. They are not satisfied with surface-level interactions and often find themselves bored or uninterested in trivial matters. This rule shows up in their friendships, where they often form fewer, but much deeper, connections. If you're an INFJ, you probably find yourself looking for meaning in every aspect of life, from casual encounters to your career path. Rule number 5: INFJs are slow to trust, but when they do, they're all in. Once an INFJ chooses someone, whether as a friend, partner, or mentor, they are fiercely loyal. They may take time to open up, but once they do, they are committed for the long haul. However, they expect the same level of loyalty in return. This rule governs how they approach relationships. INFJs invest heavily in those they care about, but only if they feel the connection is genuine and reciprocated. Rule number 6: solitude for an INFJ isn't just a want, it's a need. INFJs, as introverts, need time alone to recharge their emotional and mental energy. They are highly introspective and often use this time to process their thoughts and feelings. Without enough solitude, INFJs can become irritable or overwhelmed. They might withdraw from social interactions, even with close friends or family, not because they don't care, but because they need time to regroup. Rule #7: an INFJ is never done growing, they're always searching for ways to improve. INFJs have a deeply ingrained desire to grow and evolve. Whether it's through personal development, learning new skills, or self-reflection, they are always striving to become a better version of themselves. They are critical of themselves, often holding themselves to high standards, and are always seeking ways to better their lives and the world around them. Rule number 8: for an INFJ, intuition isn't just a feeling, it's a roadmap. While INFJs are capable of analytical thinking, they often rely on their intuition to make decisions. Their gut feelings guide them through life, and they've learned to trust these instincts more than facts or figures. INFJs often sense things that others don't, and even if they can't explain why, they tend to follow their intuition, which usually leads them in the right direction. Rule number 9: an INFJ often walks the fine line between belonging and being misunderstood. INFJs often feel like outsiders, even in groups of friends or communities. This sense of not fitting in can be isolating, but it also pushes them to find or create spaces where they feel understood. Many INFJs unconsciously follow this rule, searching for a place where they feel at home, whether through work, friendships, or creative outlets. Rule number 10: an INFJ's purpose is always greater than themselves. They're here to change the world. At their core, INFJs are idealists. They want to leave the world better than they found it, whether through helping others, working for a cause, or just being a positive influence on those around them. This rule is perhaps the most powerful of all. INFJs are guided by a deep sense of purpose, and this motivates their actions, whether they realize it or not. They have a vision of a better future and will work tirelessly to bring it to life. INFJs may be rare, but their hidden rules of life are powerful forces that guide their every move. From their deep empathy to their unwavering loyalty and quest for self-improvement, these unwritten rules shape the way INFJs interact with the world. If you're an INFJ, embracing these traits can help you understand yourself better. And if you know an INFJ, hopefully, this gives you insight into what makes them tick. Tell us in the comments below, which INFJ rule resonates with you the most. Stay safe, and see you in the next video.